The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-rhymed them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing good. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you, man? We are up. We're at it this morning. We're getting ready to do our thing, man. We are definitely, man, got a lot to talk about today. Got a lot to talk about today, guys. So, man, this morning is this weekend was quite interesting. Let's just say for cryptocurrency, y'all. And it is what it is, man. We are up. We're at it. We're in it. We're definitely in it. That's for sure. So we're definitely going to get into it today. But let's go ahead. Let's see who's around this joint this morning. Looks like we got a lot of the DJs in the building already, which lets me know, there's a lot of stuff going on when all the DJs are in the building. Tim Shea does what he does. He says, hey, my man says, hey, what's up, Tim Shea? How are you, man? The OG of crypto, the mayor of crypto, always on everything, man. That's my man right there. This guy. Seiko, wake up, baby. Wake up. We are giving it 120, man. We're giving it 120. Seiko, I sent you a video on Friday. Tag Somo up in that joint too, man. It is what it is. My man, the Junior, wake up, baby. We at it, man. We gonna get into what the fuck's going on, Somo. We gonna get into it, man. We definitely gonna get into it, man, because there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. But it's nothing that we didn't talk about here already. As far as this market goes, there's everybody's looking at this crypto market like it's the same market that it was in the past bull runs, and I keep trying to tell you guys it's going to be a little bit different. We'll get into why things are the way that they are and what we can kind of expect here moving forward. Crypto Confident, good morning, my brother. Good morning. How are you, my brother? Good morning. But yeah, we're in it. But this market's just different, man. It's just a different type of crypto market. It's one of these markets where we're taking the next step in crypto. You're looking at institutional investment. You're looking at adoption. The whole time that crypto's been rolled out up to this point, everybody's been looking at speculative, stuff like here's a blockchain, here's XRP, here's all of these ISO tokens, what can they do? How are they going to get integrated into the system? What's going on? And now you're looking at integration, right? Now you're looking at this stuff actually being used and going live and actually being used in, gone is the speculations and now it's implementation. And that's kind of where we are right now. We're taking that next step, and we're starting to see these things actually be used, actually be rolled out, actual institutional investment come into crypto. And we'll get into a little bit more of that in a minute. But we got the Asian markets. They didn't do too well. I mean, they did pretty good last night. European markets over there where my man Ken and Fairground are. They ain't looking too hot this morning. United States pre-market's not looking too hot either. We got these tariff talks and uncertainty in the market right now. And a lot of that is what's pulling the market down, right? And you hear this, the R word start to come start to come back into people's conversations. Are we going to go into a recession? Are we going to is the market starting to pull back? Are we looking at some type of recession type of market here? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get to a recession. I think a lot of people are scared right now. A lot of people are looking at these markets, and they're like, "Yo, they're not what we thought they were going to be." I'm getting a little scared with the tariffs. Are the tariffs going to make inflation so bad that we go into a recession? Is inflation starting to rise? All that stuff that we talked about here that could be possible negatives to where this market's going. And and uncertainty around the world. You got the wars, you got all that stuff starting to come to an end, well, trying to come to an end, I should say. You got the United States and the EU kind of getting ready to go at it tariff wise. You got a whole bunch of stuff that's going on a macro level that you have to look at when it comes to all of these markets, the stock markets around the world, cryptocurrency around the world. All of this stuff that's going on is not good for the markets because it's all uncertainty and doubt, right? It's all uncertainty. And you see the Dow futures drop, 200 points, as selling continues on Wall Street. Everybody's selling off, right? And what happens is when people start to sell off on these major stocks, people go risk off. And when people go risk off, one of the first things they drop is crypto. It's a highly speculative asset. It's very risky. So people go risk off, right? I mean, you look at Tesla. Tesla's got absolutely pounded. NVIDIA got absolutely pounded. So what would make you think that crypto wouldn't follow that same suit, right? So it definitely is going to follow that same suit, right? I mean, when your tech stocks are getting hammered, the way that they're getting hammered over here on the stock exchange and stuff like that, crypto's going to follow suit. So definitely in trouble. Definitely in trouble here. Glenn, good morning. Grand rising to you, my brother. Grand rising to you. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna look at some of these macros and see where we're at. You got the ETFs over here leaking, springing a leak like crazy. You've got the Bitcoin ETF, minus 410 million right now, and minus the Ethereum ETF minus 23 million. That's a big pullback for these ETFs, man. And definitely not where you want to be right now, but they're leaking, as you can expect. And then you come over here and you look at the amount of activity that are on these blockchains. And here's where we're going to get into a little bit of this price action right here and why we are where we are. You look at the Ethereum blockchain sitting at number 1, right? But it's only doing $1.51 billion in 24-hour volume. That's about $1 billion. That's about $1 billion down from where it was on Friday in 24-hour volume. You got Solana only doing 1.46 billion, which again is a big pullback. Solana is usually up in that $2 billion mark. So there's no activity on these chains is what's happening. Nobody's really buying DeFi. Nobody's really using the chains. Nobody's really buying DeFi, which means there's a ton of money coming out of the market, right? You got Binance, sitting here at $819 million. They can't even break $1 billion in 24-hour trading volume on their chain. Base, 819 million right now. That's it's just a little bit less than what they usually do on a bad day anyways. So Base has been hovering in that 800 million to $1 billion area. Heat, what's going on? Good morning, my brother. How are you? So not a huge drop off for Base when it comes to volume, but it is any drop off on that chain is a big deal. You got Arbitrum, and you guys know I've been big on Arbitrum lately. Their volume has really been kicking up. lately, but they're only doing 529 million right now in 24-hour volume. So basically, nobody's trading on chain. The beginning, middle, and end to this story is nobody's trading on chain, which means money's coming out of the market, and that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good for any of your cryptocurrencies at all. And this is what we've been talking about for a while when it comes to retail money, right? So where is the retail money coming from, right? People are don't have this money to really throw into the market. So now you're starting to see the lack of retail investment in the market really start to come through and show. That's right. Thank you, Heat. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Appreciate you. But yeah, you're starting to see the lack of retail money really starting to shine through right now. And unfortunately, we take a big pullback for it. We got Sway here. And Sway had a major push up. Let me get to this. Sway had a major push up last week due to World Liberty Fi's buying them, saying that they had a partnership and they were going to work with them. Now World Liberty Fi and Sway are in this kind of back and forth about what that partnership looks like and what they're actually going to do with Sway. You had Cambria with Sway as well. Start the process for a Sway ETF in Delaware. So Sway had a huge week last week, but you're starting to see the pullback a little bit in Sway and where it's actually going to go. But its partnership with World Liberty Fi was huge news last week, and now it's starting to take a little bit of let's say a turn as to what that partnership actually looks like. World Liberty Fi is taking some heat for some reports that they put out about the partnership and what that looks like and stuff like that. But I think Sway will get its ETF from Cambria. Will it really push the price? I don't know. I think the ETF's a long ways away from being approved. And but the news is good, and the fact that World Liberty Fi is buying Sway and actually talking about some sort of partnership is actually really good for Sway. But this market is getting popped right now. Let's just keep it a buck, right? It's getting popped. So when we look at this, we got you look at altcoin season, right? We're a long ways away from altcoin season. We're 17 out of 100. You got to get up into the 70s to be in any type of altcoin season, right? Money's leaking out of altcoins. And here's what I've been watching for the past all weekend. And kind of like I kept telling you guys to kind of pay attention to this total 3, right? Because it's at $779 billion right now. And this is all of your altcoins minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And if we just go ahead and we throw this measuring tool on here and we come up somewhere around the top of that, and we come down here to where we somewhere, and that won't be 100% accurate, but somewhere where we are right now, right? In these realm of where we are right now, you're talking about from about a $1.01 trillion to where we are now. You're talking about over $370 million being snatched out of this market when it comes to altcoins, from that 101 trillion that we're looking at to now, you're talking, I'm saying over 300 and something billion dollars being snatched out of this market. That's a huge amount of money coming out of your altcoins. This is why your altcoins aren't running. This money is gone. Like, it's not on chain, it's not moving, it's not in the market. That money's gone. They took that money out of the market, right? So, you can't expect your altcoins to run when it's losing over $300 billion, leaking here. So, and you can see that it's been in this downward trend since about 101, right? Since about 101 trillion. It's been in this trend. And it keeps wanting to touch the bottom of this downtrend right here, but we'll see. We'll see. I've been watching it all morning. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it up. This thing has been as low as 776 million. It's up to 779 million right now. We'll see where this thing goes. But the lower this thing goes, the lower your altcoins are going to go. It's just is what it is. And until it breaks out of this downward trend that it's in, you're not going to see a run on your altcoins. And until institutional investment and retail start to come back in here into your altcoins, you're not going to see a breakout of this downward trend. And that's going to be a problem. That's a problem. So where are we, right? Where are we in this market right now? And what the hell is going on, right? Like when you look at it, because of all that, because of the lack of money in the altcoins and people snatching money out of the altcoins, and the fact that the strategic reserve was not what people thought it was going to be. And this is what I cautioned you guys about on Wednesday and Friday was, don't get too excited about anything until it's actually signed and done. Yeah, we have a Bitcoin strategic reserve, but there's no mechanism for them to buy Bitcoin. It's really all about Bitcoin that's already sitting there in the government's possession right now, going into the strategic reserve, but there's no mechanism for them to buy it. The comment was made that, and it's in the legislation, that they'll buy Bitcoin as long as it doesn't cost the taxpayers any money. Well, how are you going to pull that off? Well, the only way it's not going to cost you money is if they snatch it from somebody else, or if they come across it from some scams or some things like that. So this is the point right now where you have to look at this thing and go, where are we going, right? Where are we going? Where are we headed? I can tell you guys, I don't think that we're headed for a relief rally. I don't think we're headed for a relief rally, over the next month or so. I think we're going to be where we're going to be, at least for a month, maybe month and a half. I think we're going to be where we are now, if not a little bit worse. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to keep buying. And that's all you can do in a market like this, Glenn, is right now is like a reset, right? It's like a reset. I don't want to call it a complete reset, but it's still, you're going back to buying season right now, right? So you're going back to, times where when you look at these, and you got to put it all into perspective of where you are now, right? Like we talked about this total 3 and all of the altcoins having this massive run up and this huge liquidity gap, and that there was going to be pain. There was going to be pain in the market to fill this gap, right? You just can't have a run up like this and not fill this gap. There was going to be pain. At some point, it was going to happen. And you're seeing it now. You're seeing it in the fact that, there's not a lot of retail money that, and I've been ringing this alarm for a long time, is that there's not a lot of retail money in crypto right now. A lot of it's institutional money. And when you have that, that when you see things like this and you see the stock market down as far as it's down, and people going risk off, institutions are going to go risk off as well, right? Institutions are going to go risk off. Your ETF, your big hedge funds that own your ETFs and things like that, they're going to start mitigating their losses as well. People call it price manipulation. It is price manipulation, actually, but at the end of the day, price manipulation is price manipulation. What they're doing is they're going to risk off. People are, ringing the alarm talking about price manipulation, but at the end of the day, they're saving their money. Is what's going on right now. So when you look at Bitcoin, it dropped down to 82.3, and I know people are worried about this big, huge pullback, but I want to put it in, let's just put it into perspective of kind of where we are and what we could be looking at, right? So when we pull up Bitcoin and you see it's been in a steady downtrend for a while, this is one of the reasons why we've been cautioning to what's going on. here. It's been in a steady downtrend for a while. And if it doesn't break this downtrend here pretty soon, you keep seeing it touch this line at the bottom of this tunnel right here. If it doesn't break this downtrend, there's a little bit of life here. There's a little bit of life, a little bit of liquidity at around 75, 76K, somewhere up in there. Right here. There's a little bit of liquidity here, but really the majority of liquidity sitting in this tunnel right here, which is right around 67,000 up until 72. This is where the majority of the liquidity sits right here. So we'll see. We'll see where it's headed. We'll see where it's going, but it's definitely buying season. People are like, oh my God, we're back in the buying season again. Yeah, we are. But it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that people that have fumbled their bags up to this point now get a second chance to kind of come in and really shore them bags up and really get a better price as to where they're going, right? I will tell you guys what's good. The Junior. I was like, yo, Junior's good, man. He's out here doing his thing. But, I mean, when you look at this Bitcoin downtrend, I mean, we've been talking about this for a while, right? This is nothing new. Everybody was, really looking at the pumps and the dumps and things like that and going, oh my God, I don't think that we're in a huge bear market again. Lock and load up. Yeah, that's what you got to do, Samo. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I'm trying to say is you guys got to load up, because here's the now that we've been through this whole thing about where we're headed, and we'll get into some price action and stuff in a minute, but got to understand what's going on right now. The OCC's new guidance marks a shift in U.S. crypto banking regulations, right? So here's the thing. There was some guidance that came out from the prior administration, that basically told banks, if you're going to use cryptocurrency in order to move your payments, you have to report to us what you're going to use and how you're going to use it. And basically we'll give you the approval or non-approval on that, which the approvals never came, right? The approvals never came. Not only did the approvals never come, but once banks started to report what type of cryptocurrency they wanted to use, whether it's stable coins or whatever, to move money, they actually ended up in an audit, right? So after the crypto summit, some of the news that came out that hasn't been really reported on at a high level yet, which it should be, is that the Trump administration actually disregarded that memo that came out from the prior administration and told banks now that you can now utilize cryptocurrency to move payments anywhere you want. You basically, don't have to report to us. And it gets a little bit deeper than that, and it gets a little bit better than that, is they also allowed banks to become nodes and validators on blockchains, right? Which now gives banks the ability to, basically validate transactions, becomes nodes and all that stuff on basically all of the EV rollups that they could possibly, your layer 2s, your Ethereums, things like that. So, this is a huge move for banks, because now banks don't necessarily have to sit back, wait for an approval from the SEC in order to move money across borders using cryptocurrency, using stable coins. Bank of America CEO has already came out and said, that they're going to utilize this and that they're going to start moving money across borders using cryptocurrency. And once stablecoin regulation comes out and they're able to back a stablecoin dollar for dollar, that Bank of America will have its own stablecoin back dollar for dollar. So this is kind of how I opened up with you guys and saying that this is going to be a different type of bull run. This is implementation of all the speculative assets and speculative stuff that people have been talking about for years. Now you're starting to see this stuff come on chain, and now you're starting to see this stuff get utilized. So no longer are you buying into speculation, you're actually buying into implementation. So now if you go through the halving cycles before, we should already be in a parabolic bull run, right? Like, think about it. We should already be there. We should already be in a parabolic bull run. But because all of that was built off of speculation, there was really nothing solid that any of these projects were doing. And I'll take XRP for an example as well. We can utilize XRP. XRP wasn't really doing shit. It was all speculation, right? Like, they weren't really moving money. They weren't really, you know, really, actually making they were making cross-border payments here and there, but not on a huge level because regulation didn't allow them to, right? Not because they couldn't, not because they didn't want to. It's because regulations around the world didn't allow them to, right? So plus the SEC had a little something to do with that. But now you see these regulations starting to get loosened up a little bit, in that these guys are starting to actually be able to utilize their technology, right? XRP, XLM, Quant, all these guys are now going to start to be able to utilize this, especially with these loosening of regulations. So speculation is gone, right? So what we think, this project, insert any project here, right? What you think somebody's going to be able to do, right? Now it's basically, when you're investing in these things, right? Now it's no longer what we think you're going to be able to do. Now it's put up or shut up. And this is what people are investing in now, because, and this is why I say the cycles will change as well. Before we could call it, you would have the Bitcoin halving cycle, you would have a little bit of a pullback, you would have a pump up, you would have the parabolic bull run, and then you could come down and you could start to buy your crypto again for the next two to 3 years till the next bull run came, till the next halving cycle came, blah, 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 right? It was on rinse and repeat. I believe that that's gone now. I believe that, yes, you will have the halving cycles, yes, you will have all that, but now you're into the realm of this stuff is actually going to start being used, and that's what's going to drive the price, right? So until this is fully implemented, until we start to see some action with these projects, I think we're going to be right here where we are. You look at XRP sitting at 219 right now. It's actually better than what it was this morning. When I woke up this morning, it was a little bit worse. I actually bought some more this morning. I think it was like 209 or somewhere like that. So so it's starting to come back a little bit. But when you look at Solana's getting crushed right now. $128 right now. It's up a little bit. Why is Solana getting crushed right now? Well, when you look at Solana from the perspective of where we are right now in rolling things out as far as cryptocurrency and making that next move to actual utilization, what does Solana have to offer this market outside of meme coins? What utility does Solana have that's going to actually push the market to where institutional investors are coming in and they're actually doing something on chain? That's a question. That's a question between you and you, right? I think I have the answer to that question for myself. Cardano, 74 cents, right? Kind of had a big pullback. I think Cardano is going to be a huge player in this bull run. I think they have something to offer the space as far as voting and all that stuff. Tron's in that same boat, right? Sitting at 23 cents. What's Tron going to offer to the market, right? What's Tron going to offer to the market? And these are questions you got to ask yourself as you're buying crypto in this pullback, right? As you're buying crypto, because you should be right now. You should be buying. What is Tron offering to this cryptocurrency space besides meme coins? Because I'm telling you guys right now, meme coins is not where it's at. Low market cap projects is not where you're going to see the biggest push up in your money right now. It's just not there because retail money's not flowing in. So all of these projects are going to get hurt, and a lot of them aren't going to be around. A lot of them are not going to be around. Chainlink sitting at $14.12. We know what Chainlink has to offer the market. We know what XRP has to offer the market. We know what HBAR and XLM have to offer the market. Chainlink was at the crypto summit. I mean, you heard one of the founders of Chainlink Talk. XRP was at the crypto summit. You heard what they had to offer the market, right? You know what XRP has to offer the market. You know HBAR is is really working with a lot of the government right now in its hash graph. So you know what it has to offer the market, sitting here at 21 cents, right? Which is up from this morning as well. Stellar is sitting at 26 cents, which is an absolute steal, up a little bit this morning as well. AVAX, again, let's ask the question, what does AVAX have to offer the market? Well, when you look at AVAX went to the cryptocurrencies, went to the cryptocurrency gaming convention and absolutely almost took all the games that took awards at that summit really basically were on AVAX. So AVAX is really going to end up being probably one of the leading gaming blockchains out here, right? So we know what AVAX has to offer the market. You look at Sway. What does Sway have to offer the market? Well, Sway's a brand new blockchain. It's starting to make partnerships right now, especially with World Liberify. We'll see where that partnership goes. But, Sway has work to do. Where does it fit into the market? What's it going to do? How's it going to perform in this bull market? Well, that's all something that we don't know the answer to yet. We're going to find out. We're finding out, it's unfolding right here in front of our face. But make no doubt, the developers of this particular blockchain in Sway and Aptos are well known and have a lot of venture capital behind them. So, we'll see what's going on. SHIB is falling back. I'll like the rest of the meme coins. Litecoin sitting here at $97. We know that Litecoin, and I think Litecoin, the ETFs that are about to come out and the ETFs that I think that are going to be approved in relatively quick order here from the SEC, there's going to be 3 of them. You're going to see HBAR, you're going to see XRP, and you're going to see Litecoin. Them are going to be the 3 that are going to come out, and everybody else is just going to get kicked to the side for a minute. But remember, you look at where the Bitcoin ETFs are, and you look at where the Ethereum ETFs are. There's not a lot of volume there. People are going risk off. So if you're looking for these ETFs out here in the stock market to save your project, it's probably not going to happen right away. So I wouldn't rest on the ETFs being approved as the savior to any projects, right? You have OM sitting here at $6.21, real world tokenized asset. This and Ondo are some major players, and we can get into a little bit of these real world tokenized assets and how these things are really starting to roll out. Robinhood just came out and said that it was going to offer, more 24-hour trading on its platform. And what's it going to use? It's going to use blockchain to do that, right? It's going to use the real world tokenized assets in order to pull that off from a 24-hour trading volume on the NASDAQ and the stock exchange, right? The NASDAQ also came out and said that it wanted to offer 24-hour trading on their platform, right? So when you look at the NASDAQ right now, look at how much money's pumping through the NASDAQ right now, right? And they're going to offer 24-hour trading volume on the NASDAQ at some point in the very near future right here, right? And what are they going to use? They're going to use blockchain technology to get that done, right? We're going to use real world tokenized assets to get this done so that people can trade 24 hours. Well, there's rumors, and they're just rumors, right? They're just rumors. So, we'll take them for what they are, right? There's rumors that Ondo is going to be the platform that they use in order to make this happen, right? Well, we'll see what they pick, right? But I can tell you guys right now that there's billions and billions and billions of dollars sitting on the NASDAQ right now that's getting ready to be traded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and it's all going to be done on the blockchain. Robinhood, same thing, and these announcements have been made already. So when you look at this is why I'm telling you guys, don't be so down on crypto right now, even though the prices are down, because these things are getting ready to move. It's just a matter of which ones are going to move, right? Are you in the right projects? That's the question. That's the question you got to ask yourself. So, pay attention to the NASDAQ and how it wants to trade 24 hours. What blockchain does it pick? What real world tokenized asset blockchain does it pick? Does it pick OM? Does it pick Ondo? Does it go somewhere else? Because that's going to drive billions and billions of dollars of trading volume coming through that particular blockchain. It's not going to pick Ethereum because Ethereum's too slow. It's not going to pick Bitcoin because Bitcoin's too slow. It's not going to pick XRP because XRP is not built for that, right? Unless XRP has a separate ledger where it can support the NASDAQ's trading volume, it can't pick there, right? It can't go there. It's just not built for that, right? But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe XRP work something out and can really get that done, and that'll be phenomenal. It's not going to pick Hedera because Hedera is not built for that. Thank you, Junior. Smash that like button. Hedera is not built for that type of trading, right? So we'll see, but pay attention. Which blockchain does Robinhood pick, right? That's going to be important too. Robinhood pushes tons of volume through the blockchain. So this is the difference between where you were last bull run when we were talking about shit but Inu token going to the fucking moon, and everybody getting into Shinja and everybody getting into Saitama and everybody getting into all this and making all their money. Well, that's not where the market is right now. It's not where the market is right now. And you don't, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Look at this. Dogecoin down 20% in a week. Shiba Inu down 10% in a week. Pepe down 23% in a week. The official Trump token, the President of the United States, launched his own meme token, down 24% in a week. Bonk down 24.9% in a week, call it 25%. Floki down 23% in a week. Dogwood Hat down 38% in a week. Melania token 14% in a week. SPX 6900, which I think is going to have a massive run in this bull market. I'm buying the shit out of this token right now, sitting at 38 cents. I'm buying the hell out of this, but it's down 37.2% in a week. None of this looks good. None of this looks good right now. None of that is where the money's at right now. None of that. Until you can get this moving, right? And we know where this market's going, the meme coin market will not be successful. It will not be successful. And I pull up Dex tools over here, for every stream, right? It makes 0 sense to go through this. It makes 0 sense to go through any of these low market cap tokens. Zero. None. Because none of these are going anywhere. None of these projects, they're all in the red. None of them are going anywhere. I don't care what low market cap it is. Tell me which one it is. Tell me where you're putting your money. I'll tell you where you're losing your money. None of these are going anywhere until this turns around. It's just that simple. So if you're putting thousands of dollars into low market cap plays, you're losing. You're losing. Good morning, Elmo. Good morning, brother. There's my boy Scottish. Good morning, dog. Good morning. Legend. Junior, man, the volume can't be good there. I mean, I'm just being 100% with you. You're going to have to wait this storm out. You know what I mean? You're going to have to wait this out. But I don't think it's bad. when you look at all of this news, I don't think it's all bad. I know you guys are, oh my God, Danny's fudding again. No, I'm not fudding again. Like, I'm just trying to tell you guys what's going on. But the bullish side to that is, you look at the banks, man. The banks now have guidance. They have guidance. They can start to use crypto. More importantly, they can start to be their own nodes, right? They can start to be their own nodes. They can start to be their own validators. They don't have to go to the government and get all of this approval in order to start moving crypto. So this is where this is what is going to send the markets right here. These things right here are what's going to send the markets. It's not going to be shit but Inu coming off of the base chain or coming off of the Solana chain. That's not what's going to send these markets to the next parabolic bull run. And we're going to sit in this for a little while. We're going to sit in this downturn for a little while. This isn't something that's going away tomorrow. Like, and anybody that gets on there and says, oh my God, the markets are going to turn around and we're going to be in a run tomorrow that's going to take us out of where we are. Stop listening to them. They don't know what they're talking about. Like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. There's over $300 billion that came out of the altcoin market between here and where we are now. Over $300 billion come out, just gone. It's gone. It came right out of the market. So until we can get that back, we are where the fuck we are. And right now is buying season. We are back in buying season. And we got to wrap our heads around that and become realistic about it and wrap our heads around it and really start to embrace it. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 17. When was the last time you seen this thing sitting at 17? Seriously, when was the last time you seen this thing sitting at 17? Way back in the beginning of the bull market. Way back. Bitcoin 82.5. So we're not looking too bad. I mean, we're starting to recover a little bit today. I'll tell you what did have a good night last night that we've been talking about here on this channel. And I got receipts. We talk about on our live. PulseX had a good night last night. Up 5.5% on the day for Pulse. Up 8% for PulseX on the day. Where everybody else took an absolute crap dive. And let's call it what it is. There was a crap dive. Pulse and PulseX were up. We need to go down. To last. I think so too, Scottish. I think we got to go down. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't think that this is a bad thing. And I talked about it earlier. When you look at this liquidity gap right here from your altcoins and this massive run up, this right here was probably like December, right up in here, December, when everybody's bags was looking fat and everybody was, becoming a millionaire in January. They thought this big huge liquidity run, this big huge run up, there was no support. There was no resistance. It was just a massive move to the upside based off of FOMO, right? You got to come back down and retest some of this. You got to come back. You got to come back down and build off. You got to build into this liquidity gap right here. You got to build some structure. And tried to build structure here. It failed. Tried to build a little bit of structure here. It failed. So we're going to come down a little bit further, I think. I think we're going to come down a little bit more, and we're going to try to build some structure again, and hopefully it holds. If it doesn't hold, then we're coming down some more. It's just that simple. Like, it's just that simple. Do I own both Pulse and PulseX? No, I think the money's in PulseX. Crypto Covenant. I think the money's going to be in PulseX. I don't think the money sits in. I mean, I think Pulse will have a nice run. I think Hex will have a nice run, but I think the money sits right here. I think it sits in Pulse X. I think that's where that's where you're going to see a bigger push up than just Pulse. So I hedge my bets. I don't own them both. I just went into one, and I don't own any Hex either. I put all my money into Pulse X. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Pulse is the one that's going to move, but my money's here. You know, my money's here. But I'll tell you what, the way that this thing's been beat up over the last year, you know, because of the Wells notice, the way that this thing has been absolutely crushed over the last year, I don't think you can go into Pulse. I don't think you can go into Pulse X, and I don't think you can go into Hex right now and lose money. You might have a little bit of a pullback, but you're buying damn near at the bottom. You're buying damn near at the bottom. So when you look at it, though, I mean, I think we're good. I don't think we're terrible situation though. I think that we're just buying right now. You're just back to buying season. Like here's like the beauty of this thing though. I mean, you look at it, it's filling in on the hour. You know, maybe we'll get some of that money back today. The beauty of this thing though is if you fumbled your bags during the bear market, you have an opportunity now to come in and fix it. And that's what this market is giving you right now, is an opportunity to come in and fix it. Right? And you're going to do one or two things. You're either going to take advantage of that opportunity, or you're going to fumble that opportunity again. But the opportunity's here for you to fix, whatever you didn't have enough of, whatever you missed out on, whatever you thought you missed out on, whatever you wanted more of. The opportunity's here, and it's going to continue to come. Right? Like you look at quant. Like if you thought you missed quant in the last bull, you know, the last bear market, right? If you thought you missed it, it's sitting at $77 right now. It's today, right now, as we speak, it's sitting at $77. Now, me, I trade quant, right? I leverage trade quant, so I own my quant on a leverage trade, right? But it's sitting, you know, $77 right now. You're sitting on quant. So if you thought you missed it, you're right back in the game. You know, you look at Ondo. If you thought you missed Ondo, it's sitting at 87 cents right now. You're back. You're back in the game. You're ready. You know what I mean? You have opportunities. You know, like I told you guys, I was buying Arbitrum. I was buying Arbitrum all weekend. I was literally buying Arbitrum all weekend, sitting at 36 cents right now. I started buying at 39 cents, bought at 35 cents. Didn't buy at 36 cents, obviously, but you know, I bought at 39, I bought at 35. And what I did is I went in at 39 cents. I went into my Coinbase account at 39 cents. I put a limit order in for 39 cents, right? I followed that up and I put another limit order in at 35 cents. And they both filled, you know, and I have another limit order sitting there at 33 cents. And this is how you can DCA into a project without even having to watch the charts. Just go in and set your limit orders at your entry prices that you want, and allow somebody like Coinbase or whatever exchange you use just to go in there and fill your limit orders, but just set them all the way down. And if the project happens to wick down real fast, it'll fill your order, and then you ride the wick up. But you can literally DCA into a project without having to sit here and watch the chart. You know, and it's the same way when you DCA out of a project. Just go in and set your limit order. I want to sell at this price. I want to sell at this price, and so on and so forth, all the way up. And then allow the machine to execute that for you. And you have your DCA into a project without even having to be a slave to the chart, right? So little advice about how I do it. You guys can do it how you want, but I just go in and set my limit orders. I go in and say, give me this much at this price, give me this much at this price, give me this much at this price. And obviously, as the price goes down, the purchases get bigger, right? Obviously. But, when you look at it, it is what it is, like, but I don't sit there. I'm not going to sit there and watch the charts all day. You look at Pepe. We'll look at Pepe. Pepe took a big step backwards. But this is, if you thought you missed Pepe when it was at 402, so on and so forth, you have a tremendous opportunity. Look at where this thing sits on the fib. Like, literally, it's in the red zone. You usually buy here in the gold zone. You really buying in the red zone, right? And this thing's been on a complete downtrend for a long time, right? If you would have started DCAing in up here and you DCA'd in all the way down, you're looking freaking phenomenal right now. You are looking absolutely phenomenal right now. But, that's the thing is, are you doing it, right? Like, are you doing it? And you got to ask yourself that question, right? Because right now it's sitting at 5064. Look at this complete downtrend in this cycle right here. And it's literally sitting at the bottom of this fib. Like, at the bottom. Like, pull this thing back. It's at the bottom. Just crying, don't buy. Yeah, they're wondering why, Somo. But this is where money's made, right, Somo? This is where the money's made, baby. Right here, baby. But look at this. If you would have bought that down, if you would have bought that down, you are sitting absolutely, like, this thing. Pepe is literally at the bottom. You couldn't get a better price right now. 6.4. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it could drop down a little bit lower and you can get a better price. But could you get a better entry right now? 5065 for Pepe incoming. 5065 5065. You're there already. You're below that. You're 5064. You're 5064. I think that's what you said. 50. Oh, 5055. My bad, Somo. 5055. Very well could be. You're definitely in the bottom of this fib, and you look at the medium, the mid range right here, like, you're way below that. You're way below the average. But this goes back to the same thing that we talked about when we first got on the stream, right? This goes back to this. This literally goes back to the fact that there is zero volume on chain. There's zero volume on chain. Look at these numbers. Pepe is an Ethereum-based coin. $1.51 billion. That's $1 billion off of what Ethereum usually does. Roughly, give or take some. It's $1 billion off in 24 hours. In 24 hours, there's $1 billion less volume on Ethereum than there was yesterday or the day before. Solana, same thing. BSC, same thing. You know what I mean? So why would you expect this why would you expect Pepe not to come down a little bit further, right? There's no retail money there. Retail money's not trading on chain. Yeah. So let's go back and check this total 3. Let's see what the altcoins look like. They're pumping a little bit. Let's see if we're getting a little bit of a push up here. 787. When we started to stream, it was 777. It was 77 billion, right? So we're starting to get a pump. 708, 787. We're starting to get a little bit of a pump on this total 3, which I keep telling you guys, this is the most important chart you guys can watch. You guys may or may not listen to me, may or may not watch it, but that's your money. And because that's pumping, look what you have going on over here. You need to look no further than a total 3 to figure out what the hell's going on with your altcoins. It's right here. That's pumping, and now look at your altcoins. They're all in green this morning. But I'm telling you guys, like, I didn't want to come on here and get all doom and gloomy on you. But what I wanted to do was answer the question of what the hell is going on. And this is what's going on. What's going on is the cryptocurrency market, and this is something that nobody wants to talk about because everybody wants to just go on as life as usual, right? But when you start to see things like this, where banks are now allowed to use cryptocurrency in order to move money, and when you start to see things like a Bitcoin strategic reserve start to take shape, and when you start to see states start to have cryptocurrency reserves now, and you start to see, these things really come to life, you're no longer trading off of speculation, right? The speculation is out the window, and now it's implementation, right? Can the banks use blockchain in order to move money across borders faster? Well, the answer to that question is yes, right? So now how are they going to use it? What are they going to use? And how much is that going to drive the price? So the speculation is gone. We're now into this implementation phase. And over here in all of the prior bull markets, I mean, let's just be completely honest with ourselves, right? Let's just step back and be completely honest. Up until this point, there wasn't shit going on. Everybody said Ethereum could do this. XLM could do this. XRP could do this. Chainlink could do this, but they weren't doing it. Not at a high level, right? But now that they're actually starting to roll this out, big institutional money is not investing off of speculative plays anymore. They're saying either you're going to do it or you're not. HBAR. Either you're going to do this or you're not. Either banks are going to use you or they're not. So basically it's put up or shut up time in crypto. And this is going to bring some pain, right? This is going to bring that pain because you're not going to see that big, huge pump, that big, huge speculative pump. You're not going to see people say, oh my God, well, we're invested in this particular blockchain because they say that they're going to do this. That's gone. It's gone. When you're messing over here in the top 100, man, all that speculativeness, it's gone. It's out of the market. It's gone. Now let's see what you can do. And there's going to be some projects that rise to the top, and there's going to be some projects that fall flat on their face. It is what it is. But you see, like the NASDAQ, I keep telling you guys, pay attention to this. When the NASDAQ goes to a 24-hour trading, which they will do, they're already talking about it. They're already putting the groundwork in. Which blockchain do they use? That's billions and billions of dollars being traded on 24 hour. Do they use Ondo? Do they use OM? Because it's going to be real world tokenized assets. Or do they create their own? That's going to be a big deal. Robinhood, when it goes to 24-hour trading volume, what blockchain? It already says that it's going to be on a blockchain. What blockchain do they use? A lot of money flows through Robinhood. A lot of money. So where does all that money go? And who gets the volume? It's not going to be Bitcoin. It's not going to be Ethereum. It's not going to be HBAR. Unless XRP can, maybe this is why they have the partnership with Ondo, right? Maybe this is why that partnership took place. Maybe. We're going to find out. It's not going to be XLM. These guys aren't built for that, right? That's not what they're built for. It's not going to be Cardano. Cardano's not built for that. So who's it going to be? Because that's where the money's going to go. Is the gold still in Fort Knox? We're going to find out. Elon and Trump going to make that trip. They're going to open the door. Wouldn't that be some shit if they opened the door and all the gold was gone? All they had was a whole bunch of IOUs up in there. Pieces of paper. IOU, IOU, IOU. Wouldn't that be some stuff? Yo, you want to see the markets tank? Let all that gold be gone. Ken, what's up, man? What's up, dog? Forgot your clock. Yeah, oh yeah, clocks were up. We're up an hour early now, Ken. Come on, baby. Come on, Ken. Where were you, man? Come on, man. We get ready to wrap it up. You just now rolling up in the building. Come on, Ken. Where the hell is Big Watch Dude? Where the hell is Big Watch Dude? Yo, Selmo, tell me that that video I sent you on X wasn't funny as hell. Elmo says, you know there's no gold. Let there be no gold. Let there be no gold. You know what'll happen. Bitcoin will be sitting at $1 million. Bitcoin. There's Big Watch Dude. There's Big Watch Dude. I knew he was listening in the background. I just had to call him up real quick. I knew he was listening. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they open up Fort Knox and there's no gold, Bitcoin is going to $500,000. That's the only thing you can hedge. Yo, that's the only thing you can hedge against inflation, because gold will be down to nothing. Gold will be down to nothing. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can make this happen real quick. Hold on. Before we get out of here. Let me see if I can pull this real quick. Somo, I gotta find it, dog. I gotta find it. We gonna laugh. If I can find it, we'll laugh for a minute. Let's see. We got to end this on a laugh here for a minute. Yo, Selmo, here we go, man. Here we go.
Compound, tension on the compound. Inmate Nancy Pelosi, get out of my canteen line. They already told you we do not sell Dingaling on ride. Get out the canteen line, because we do not sell Dingaling on ride. Tension on the compound.
Yo, why is this dude on? Yo, tell me why this dude is on Nancy Pelosi like crazy, man. Tell me why this dude is on her like that, man. Like hold on, man, because there was one that I shared with Selbo and Seiko the other day. That was just it was crazy, man. Like this dude does not like Nancy Pelosi, but I don't know if I can find it. No, I don't think I could find it, Selbo, but come on, man. But anyways, we're gonna get up out of here for the day, y'all. Yo. I know we get into a lot of stuff, man, and we just sit here and talk about it. I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish on this market, man. There's my man Seiko. Seiko, did you check that video on Twitter, man? Come on, man. But yo, I'm not bearish on this market, man. I love where this market is right now. I think that we have to come back down. We have to retest some of this prior levels. We gotta retest some prior levels. We gotta build some support in this total 3. We gotta get these altcoins moving. We got to get retail money back in here, right? We got to get retail money back in here. We've got to, retail money is going to be key. But ultimately, I think that we're just in another phase of crypto. I think we're in that rollout implementation phase of blockchain. And I think now when you look at that, I think the blockchains that make the biggest move forward as far as moving money and actually doing what they said that they were going to do, and having a niche, whatever it is, like AVAX and gaming and things like that. I think that you're going to see that these ones rise to the top. XRP with the money movement, cross-border payments, things like that. XLM with that peer-to-peer payment system and MoneyGram and things like that. I think that you're going to see that these ones rise to the top, and you're going to see a lot of the layer 1 blockchains that you thought were really going to move. You're going to see them. Some of them may fall off. Some of them may not make it. I think HBAR is going to be a huge play here. I think Ondo and OM are going to be a huge play here. I think XLM, XRP is going to be a huge play here. Why? Because we know that they can deliver what they said that they could deliver, right? We know that. We've seen it already. I think Chainlink is going to be an absolute monster in this bull run. I think Chainlink, because it brings all of this stuff together, is the monster play. I think you're going to see the Hex ecosystem come back alive again. I think there's going to be a lot of winners here, but there will be some losers. There will be some losers in this game. So we'll see. XRP, we had to set our clocks up, man. I thought I knew you and Ken might have been a little messed up. So, I'm telling you guys, buy the dip, man. Buy the dip. Buy into this, buy into this and hold this, right? Pelosi. Buy into this dip though. I'm serious though. Like, if you're going to deploy capital, when the market is way down like this, deploy capital. But like I said, how I DCA into my projects is I literally go in and I'll set 2 to 3 limit orders right on the exchange at different price levels all the way down. And that way you don't got to watch it. And that way, if you get that big wick down, you get that DCA level even on the wick up. So, I think no biggie, no biggie. Yeah, man. The time change is gonna mess a lot of people up, but it is what it is, right? We're at it. But buy into this dip, man, and really just DCA in. And like I said earlier, and I keep saying it, is this: if you messed your bags up, if you fumbled your bags during the bear market, you're going to get an opportunity to make that right. So this market, thou shalt giveth and thou shalt taketh away, right? And you're going to get that. You're going to get that opportunity, and the opportunity is right here. So it's just a matter of what you do with it, right? You can fumble your bag twice, or you can DCA into this market and make some money on the push up, right? But we're definitely into a new level of crypto here, and it's going to be interesting to watch how this thing plays out. And I'm here for it. I'm on board for it. So with that, guys, we'll be back at this thing on Wednesday. Hopefully the market looks a little bit better on Wednesday than it does today. Looks like it's turning around a little bit today, though. Hopefully it looks a little bit better, but it is what it is. And don't expect this market to really turn back to the positive side in 24 hours. Give it some time to work its way back up. Give it some time to come back. But right now there's just no juice in it. There's just no steam in the market. There's no juice in it. Blockchains aren't moving. There's not a lot of activity on a blockchain. Just no juice, man. And well, you know, we'll get the juice back and get to moving. But you know, with that, you guys have a great morning, man. Happy Monday. DCA, baby. Let's go. Bye.